It's a long time coming, and to be here with so many people from Pixar, all of the actors who worked on it, with Lee and Darla, it feels like a family reunion. It feels like you're bringing the whole gang back to celebrate all of the achievements, artistic, musical, you know, that this film expresses. So I couldn't be happier. Beautiful. I mean, even right when you walk into the gate and it's all of these marigold petals, and you've got the mariachi band and all the dancers, the folklorico dancers. And I was like, I could just stay like here at the entrance all night. It's so bumping. But like this whole experience, I know is going to be a night to remember, and such a beautiful way to kick off this film. There's so much to it. It's this story about this kid, Miguel. He's got this passion to play music, but that bumps up against his family traditions. And it's just such a wonderful family to watch. It's a really compelling story. And I think from moment one, when you're watching this film, it just draws you into the mystery of it, to the beauty of the Mexican culture, and just a world of music and family and connection across time. I actually got to write the lyrics for four and a half songs in this film, and that's a new experience for me. That's kind of stretching my creative abilities a little bit. But we've been teamed up with such incredible musicians, such an incredible composer in Michael Giacchino, and you know, Bobby and Kristen Lopez creating Remember Me. To be amongst this level of musician, it's just super inspiring, and you can feel it when you watch the film. It just gets in your bones, and it's really moving the way the music tells this story.
This is unbelievable. I've never been to anything like this in my entire life. It is just so regal and grand and ornate. Yes, I have the mariachi music playing. My mother's from Mexico. This is very exciting. I think it's the best date of her life tonight, quite frankly. Well, on a personal level, it's about my cultura. And I think Pixar, it was very important for Pixar to make a movie like this because, quite frankly, it is about family and love and the heart and following your dreams and your passion. And it's something that everyone can relate to, universally. The music, the look of it, it's just a bowl of candy. I mean, it's whimsical, and it's something I've really, truly never seen before. Well, because it's so ornate, and it's an experience. It really is an experience of the senses. And when you're watching a movie like this, you want to have just the full experience. And when you're in a theater, this is where the music is louder, it's more vibrant, the voices, the animation, especially now that it's in 3D, it really is an experience. It's a spectacular when you see it in person. Mama Imelda is a part of my cultura. She's a part of my spirit and my soul. I based her on my tia Flora, God rest her soul. She was a very ornate woman. She'd have her full face of makeup on at 8 o'clock in the morning. And to me, I never forgot the timbre of her voice and her inflections. They meant so much to me, even though I was 3 and 4 years old. I never forgot that accent. So I thought finally an opportunity for me to bring this to the table, and I'm so proud of Mama Imelda. She's the matriarch of the family. She's the marrow of the passion in the family.
Technically and artistically, the film is a marvel. It's a real jewel. Well, the whole film. I already attended the premiere in Mexico City last week, and Mexico's crazy about it.
Yeah, I actually auditioned when I was 9 years old, and I started going to Oakland when I was 10, and to finally be here when I'm 13 is amazing, and it's so cool to see all the artwork, and I'm just having so much fun here. Well, what I love most about this movie is that, like, I kind of, like, relate myself with the character I play, which is, his name is Miguel, and, well, like, we both love music, and I haven't done a movie where, like, I sing and I act, which is, it's great because I get to do two things I love at the same time, so it's just so much fun, and I can't believe I'm in a Disney Pixar movie. Well, it's a movie about family, the importance of family, and everyone should go see it because it's on Thanksgiving weekend, and they should go see it with their family because it's just a wonderful movie, and yeah. Oh, it has everything like a regular Pixar movie because, well, there's Dante, the silly guy, and Hector as well, but it also has very sentimental emotion because you learn a lot about your family and you want to know more about your own family.
Well, tonight is the celebration of all the hard work, of all the artistry, of all of the attention to detail that went into telling this story. As an actor who had an opportunity to perform in it, I'm extremely proud that I was invited along. It's given me the opportunity to meet some incredible storytellers who are not only interested in telling a story that expresses universal themes, but that is at long last an animated story that celebrates who we are as Latino people, specifically Mexican culture. And they're going to bring that to the world, and that's the thing I'm most thrilled about. There were a lot of really wonderfully fun things about this process, but playing a character like Ernesto de la Cruz, a larger-than-life person, internationally famous, albeit dead, someone who's revered for both his musicality but also his acting in old-school films. Just a larger-than-life person. It was fun to crawl into the skin of someone like that and just be outrageous. Well, Coco has what every other Pixar movie has, and there are three important must-have ingredients. One is a sense of adventure, one is humor, and what I love about Pixar films is they're not afraid to demonstrate emotion. So there's an emotional component too, and this one really packs a wallop. So it's the perfect kind of movie-going experience where you laugh, you cry, you're exposed to something new, and it's visually it's a feast for the eyes. And of course, the backdrop is Mexican culture, and so it's just ridiculous how lovely it looks on film.
To hear the music with big speakers and and also enjoy it in a group. Like when we went to Mexico, there's this group feeling when you're watching it, and at the end, I mean, people were in tears, and there's this heartfelt feeling you get when you're watching it together. And so that was what I would recommend to people. Yeah, go with your families, go with your friends. It's fun. Well, I really am excited for people to hear Anthony Gonzalez sing, who's this little boy who has this fantastic voice, and Gael singing too. I mean, it's fantastic. Alana Uba, all the singers were great. And I also want people to hear the musicians of Mexico. That we went to Mexico and recorded 50 musicians, and just really understand that Mexican music is a lot more than mariachi music. And just enjoy that. It's an immersive experience.
Oh my God, it feels amazing, man. It's so beautiful and overwhelming. It's a beautiful feeling. I was doing Chicago on Broadway when I recorded with Lee Unkrich in New York, my first session. And then we did a couple of pickups here in Los Angeles. But just, being a Mexican, of course, it's a special place in my heart that it takes place during the iconic Dia de los Muertos celebration. But if you have seen the movie, I'm sure you have, you would agree with me that it has nothing to do with the core of the movie. The movie is about family. It doesn't have to do with a specific demographic or territory. It's about family, about the bonding with the family, about loving and respecting the family members that you have with you and never forgetting the ones that have left us. Oh my God, it really, I cried 4 times, and I think I'm gonna cry again tonight. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful project to be a part of. You said it all. It's a great adventure. It's not a musical, but music, it's a big part of this film. And of course, family and heart. It has a lot of heart. And I think the audience will laugh, will get excited, will cry. And it's a movie that has everything. I'm going to be honest, not because I'm a part of this movie, but it's one of the best movies, animated or not, that I've seen in the past couple of years. So, I mean, it's Lee Unkrich, Darla Anderson, Adriana Molina. They did an amazing, amazing job. Benjamin and Gael and Anthony, they did an amazing, amazing job. And it's such a privilege to be, sharing the end credits with them and to be a part of their talent, because they really took the movie to another level.
Each one of our films is like a child, and you cannot wait to send it out in the world. But this one really is special. It's a story of family, and it's so emotional, funny. It's, I think, one of the most beautiful animated films ever made. It's spectacular. And, you know, but especially it celebrates family. That's what's so special about this. And the family is so important to me. It's so important to Lee and Darla and Adrian. Everybody at Pixar worked on the film, and then we put our love of our family into this film. They're just going to be amazed. And it's funny, it's beautiful, the music's great, but I hate to tell you, you got to bring your hankies and your tissues for this one, because you'll probably cry a little bit. In fact, I've known people to ugly cry with this one. It's that emotional. I'm sorry, we're Pixar, that's what we do, you know, but it's really emotional. It's a very special movie. We're really proud of this one.
It's the history of the importance of the family that you had. That's the reason you are here. Parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and on down the line. So it's nice to see a movie that honors that. Pixar films are really a work of art. If you freeze frame anything in any Pixar movie, you could take that and put it on the wall, because it really is a work of art.
This feels like, you know, when you find $20 in the pocket of that jacket you hung up last year? That's what this feels like for us.
Yeah.
What a fun, exciting thing. We're really grateful.
Because we wrote Remember Me in 2013, if you can believe it. And then we wrote a couple of extra verses and choruses for the end credits version just like a month ago.
Yeah. Oh, this movie is such a beautiful story about honoring and remembering the people that came before that affect who you are and where you're going. It's such a beautiful story, and it really celebrates family and honor, and also finding your own voice inside of that family.
And it's a visual feast. It's just beautiful. We just saw it a couple of days ago in New York, and it was just sumptuous.
We spent a lot of time down in Mexico while we were working on this movie, and it really does feel like we went to the Yucatan Peninsula. It really does feel like you take a vacation there, and when you leave, you've been on a vacation somewhere wonderful, and you feel great about your own family. For me, it really came from the heart. Bobby wrote this beautiful melody when we got this assignment, and I took it on the subway because I had to go to a rehearsal, and I wrote the lyrics sort of channeling my own feelings about my own family and my own experience as an artist who has to travel away from my family. So it's a real love letter to my own family and my own girls.
This is crazy. It is so exciting. We've been working on this movie for 6 years, and I guess part of us always knew we'd be at a premiere someday, but for so long that seemed so far away. So it is so exciting to find ourselves here with the movie done, ready to show it to the rest of the world.
And it's
finally.
Beautiful, and it's colorful, and we have an orange carpet.
Well, we wanted to make it because we were inspired by this beautiful, beautiful celebration, this tradition of El Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead, that's celebrated in Mexico. And I really wanted to tell a story set against it that could show people around the world how beautiful it is, but also tell a story that really celebrates family and the beauty of family and the struggles of family, because I think it's something that everybody all over the world can relate to.
Yeah, it's a big, beautiful Pixar film. It's a big adventure, and I do think everybody will be able to relate to this. And when they see this film, I really want people to see it on the big screen with their entire family. It's so beautiful, and it's really fun to see it with multiple generations.
Oh my God, we're at El Capitan Theater for the premiere of Coco. So excited. I play El Mariachi, and I hear mariachi music. So that's appropriate. It's going to be great. I got my kiddos here. Look at them. First time on the red carpet. They loved it. My beautiful wife. I mean, what else could I ask for, man? Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Of course, it's Pixar. You know, they're doing the Disney Pixar amazing. You know, what they put out is all about heart and family. And the fact that it's tied to my Mexican culture just makes it so much better. You know, the Day of the Dead means so much. You celebrate, you know, the people that have passed away. And, you know, it's going to be, I'm sure I'm going to laugh. I'm going to cry, you know, dance a little bit.
It's just so beautiful and great. I love it, you know, to be able to come to these events, and Disney always does it the best, right? I mean, you know, here we are, we close off an entire street. What is that? That's so ridiculous. Who does that? You know, for this. But this film deserves it. Absolutely deserves it. Lee Unkrich, who directed it, Adrian Molina, who co-directed it, Darla Anderson, who produced it. Favorite people in the world. They deserve every bit of this. I want people to watch the movie and really kind of reflect on a sense of family. And I hope that they use this movie as a chance to reconnect with their family and their ancestors and the people that came before them, and realize that, you know, you're only standing here. Each and every one of us are only standing here because of the people that came before us. So I hope it's a chance for people to reflect on that.
To see my country portrayed in such a bright light and in the light that it deserves as a wonderful, culturally rich, full of values, just colorful country. It's really special. I'm grateful, I'm very proud. It's got that dramatic, hearty part, and then, you know, Gael is such a character just on his own as a person, so I'm sure he's going to be hilarious. And Miguel, I did a short film with him, well, Anthony, who plays Miguel, and he's a hilarious kid. And you know, the old tradition of the grandmothers with the kids in Mexico has always been a very funny sort of thing, because we get slapped by our grandmothers. All the things your parents don't do, your grandparents do in Mexico. So that's also bringing it a bit full circle in the comedy aspect. So yeah, in the music, Mexico is such a music-driven country, such a colorful country in so many ways that it has a little bit of everything, yeah.
It is beyond words for me. It's terribly exciting. I've been waiting for quite a while, and I just think that the response to this is phenomenal. The audience all done up in El Día de los Muertos makeup, it's just wonderful. Well, I think what I enjoyed the most is that, you know, as children you grow up with your culture. It seems kind of private. We acknowledged November 1st and 2nd all the time, but as a child you don't ever think that someday there's going to be a huge movie about that. And I think that that introduction of our culture to the entire world is just enormous. That's pretty exciting. Because it's so huge. It's just the colors and the designs and the characters. That's what I'm hearing from people who have seen it. You know, it only is befitting that it should be seen in a theater. Eventually it'll be seen everywhere, you know, even on a little phone, darling, you know.